is a pilgrimage? Pilgrim comes from the Latin word peregrinus, which means traveler or one from abroad, like our pilgrims on the Mayflower. But a pilgrim just isn't any traveler. A pilgrim seeks God. Pilgrimages are spiritual journeys, outward manifestations of this inward disposition of our search for God. It has roots with our Jewish brothers and sisters when they would make pilgrimages up to Jerusalem 3 times a year at Passover, Pentecost, and the Feast of Tabernacles. And they would sing songs of ascent, singing Psalms 119 to 133. Christians would travel to the Holy Land to walk in the footsteps of Christ, to see where he died and rose again. They also began traveling to the tombs of the saints, like the tomb of St. Peter behind me. So when we make these pilgrimages, we're not just walking in the footsteps of Christ or the footsteps of St. Peter, but we're walking in the footsteps of countless other saints like Dominic and Francis, Catherine of Siena, Therese of Lisieux. These pilgrimages were taken at great expense and at great risk. And while the modern pilgrimage might not have the great risks of the medieval pilgrimage, we still have to endure the modern inconveniences of travel with a cheerful smile. Pilgrimages were taken for a variety of reasons, including to do penance for one's sins, to make petition, or in thanksgiving for a great blessing. Pilgrimages are sacramentals. We've looked at before that sacramentals don't bestow grace the same way the sacraments do, but they lead us to grace. And so these moments of pilgrimage lead us to reception of the sacraments, lead us to confession and to Holy Eucharist. One of the earliest places we see the word pilgrimage in the Christian context is in the writings of St. Augustine when he describes our life as a pilgrimage. Whether we're traveling here to Europe or going to a shrine in the United States, that pilgrimage is a microcosm of our lives. Our life as Christians is a pilgrimage to heaven. And so we endure trials, we fight temptations, and we continue to travel through this valley of tears in our growth and conversion. So these pilgrimages that we make are outward manifestations of that inward disposition we have in our lives of conversion. And that's a little theology in 3 minutes.